Hi guys, welcome to the channel and to another little video. Today we're going to be catching up with what I've been doing with all my art journaling, including tag journaling. I'm working here with natural light coming from the window. Hopefully it's not going to get too clouded over. So this is, you've probably seen it before, is an art journal that I made myself. This is all doodled, front and back covers, and I bound it with big chunky rings and some beads and put some decorations on it. In previous videos we have had a flip through, but I have been doing some other bits and pieces, so let's have a look. I have been finishing off a lot of the Zentangles. This one I did manage to finish off. I've done it in some like pale muted colours, which I really enjoyed doing that one. And one of my favourite parts is right here with these leaves. I absolutely adore that part. I find Zentangling to be very relaxing, and you don't have to do it all at once. It's really cool. That one's another one I finished off. I love this part here with the white dots. And yeah, I finished off a lot more as well. This one, by the way, you can get the blank with just the blue. That's over on Patreon to download free. And then you can fill it in yourself. It's got like the watercolor background colours with this on. And you can download it and do that yourself for free. This one I finished off, now this is quite colourful. I do also have a video on how I do these guys. Under art tips, tricks and tutorials. I love that part there. And I shall put a link to that video up there and also in the description. Have I done any more? Yes, there's a nice green one here. Green and gold. I love the colours on this one. You got very subtle parts here with just the gold shimmering through. Very relaxing, and you can, even if you're feeling rubbish and feeling crap, you can just sit there and do a bit of doodling on a night. I think that's about it for this one. Yep, I think we've seen all these ones. This is another example of one you can download off Patreon and doodling yourself. It's the same as the blue one, but this is a pink one. There's all these as well that I will be finishing off at some point. Again, I think I've scanned all of these and you can download them and doodle them yourself. So that's that one done. The examples of Zentangle I've just shown, they're the large pieces of art, and you can pick them up, do a little bit and put them back down again to your leisure, and it's great. It's really relaxing. However, sometimes you want to maybe complete a piece of art, but you know you don't have the energy or the wherewithal to do a huge piece. So what I've done is I've created these little tag journals. This one's decorated with an old charm bracelet that's broken, and I've put some tassels on it. So there's the ring at the top, large rings. I got a big bag of these large rings from Amazon, very cheap. I put some bits of material on it, and there's quite a few there. Bits of card, but not all the same size. Some are shorter, some are longer. It doesn't really matter. I've tried to keep them around the same size. And anytime I just want to pick up a bit of card and do a tangle, this is what I've been doing. So a smaller version of the large Zentangle pieces. This one I've put some like metal corners on. I'll get the camera right. There we go. This camera seems to work better the closer you have things to it. So that's a black and white one. I did an orange and yellow, sorry, orange, gold and black one. And here's another greeny gold one. I do like that colour combination a lot. So again, just with the other, like the other ones, guys, you just watercolor the back, and then you go ahead with your Sharpie pens and your highlighter pens. This one, I believe, did I ink it? I can't remember if that's inked or not. You can put ink around the edges if you want to, but no, it's just paint. It's just paint. I've got like the metal rings in as well, so they don't rip. A nice orange one. I've done a nice blue one. I like this, it looks like snow. I like that one. And again, another, I'm fascinated with the green and gold at the minute, as you can probably tell. But yeah, they're ideal, these tag journals, art journals, if you just want to pick up something and just do a little piece of artwork and have it completed. And of course, you've got room on the back of all of them to write. And Jenny gave me a good tip and idea the other day. She said, when you're doing these like little tag journals, whatever medium you use or whatever technique you use, you can write on the back, oh, I made this by watercolouring, then using blah de blah. Or if you're doing a different type of frontage, you can write exactly how you've done it, what mediums you used and what techniques you used on the back. Or once they're complete, you can just use them as a prompt journal, or have like little sentiments on them behind them. But that is one I've just made the other day just for Zentangling. I think it's lovely. Let me know in the comments what you think. I have mentioned before in some of my videos a lady who has her own YouTube channel called Art Therapy with Sana. She's absolutely fantastic. I will put a link to her channel up here and also in the description. She does fantastic art journaling. She's such a sweet lady, and she's got a lovely voice to listen to as well while she's explaining things. On one of her videos, she has a link so you can download this pack, the printable. The card is mine, I've just printed it all off. And it's all to do with mindful art reflection, a 12-day gentle art journey. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because that's taking away from her video, but please go and have a look yourself. So like, for example, week 1, you get to do, like, before I started, how did I feel while drawing the lines, etc. And you can fill in the date you did it. So I've stuck her printables onto card, and on the back of them I've been doing what the exercise is all about, because for each week there is also a video to match where she shows you all how to do the piece of artwork, what it represents, and it's really cool. Very cheap. I think it was about £5 or $5 to download this particular thing. And as you can see, there's actually 12 weeks, and I've only done 2 so far. So I did this one. It's very therapeutic. She explains on the video about the therapy and how to do these things, and the second one I did was this. Again, I think it's absolutely lovely, and this did prompt me to do something else in another journal, which I'll show you in a minute. What I've done with mine, I've made it into a tag journal, and I've put on little charms at the bottom. I haven't done them all yet, but they will all be done at some point. But please go along to her YouTube channel. The link is up there somewhere, and also in the description, and have a go at this yourself. It's absolutely awesome. And if you like my idea of putting it all into a tag journal that you can just hang up in your craft room or wherever, then there you go. That is what I've been doing too. We have a little visitor. Here's Barkley. There he goes. You often see Barkley in the videos, guys. You very rarely see Bennett, but you always see Barkley. He's always in the paint and everything. This is my, try not to rattle it too much, my seasonal tag journal. This is a lavender pillow that Jenny made me for Christmas. It smells absolutely wonderful. And on here I've got the big ring again with the beads, some tied up. That's how I hang it up in the craft room, and a nice big bell. I like bells. If you haven't seen this before, we'll have a quick flick through. So I normally do 3 sections. I do 3 sections for spring. So we've got some snowdrops. That is done with a napkin decoupage and some modelling paste on top. And on the back, we've just got some stenciling going on. And the size, I wrote down the size of these cards. These are cutouts. I did like stenciling on the back of the card. I cut out the daffodils, stuck them on. That was a stamp. And I've done with highlighters, Sharpie pen and white highlighter pens and some gold swirlies. Again on the back, I've tried to just use some stenciling. And this is another daffodil one. Come on, camera focus. There we go, it's focused. This is a picture that I found, I printed out. These are actually stencils that I've used, daffodil stencils that I've put over the top and gone around with black pen. I've also highlighted the daffodils at the back with black pen and done some highlighting again on that one. On there, that is a piece of, it looks like washi tape, but it's not. Just a piece of paper, and I've gone in with my white highlighter. My fibro mouth today is terrible. And again, there's that stencil that I've done with the inking there that you can see on the front here. And there we go, that's spring. 3 cards for spring. Then we had Easter. This little bunny rabbit is actually a napkin which has been decoupaged on. And I've gone in with like a little pen that I got off Temu that you just roll across the paper and it leaves like little pretty marks. And I've highlighted the bee up there with a Sharpie pen. We've got again the gold swirls. I did go in on top of the rabbit with some extra pencil just to highlight the colour of his ear and a little bit around the muzzle, the nose. I've highlighted his eyes. And yep, we've put some inking around. I haven't done the same colour all around, guys. I've inked with red in the corners and also green at the opposite sides, just to give it a little bit of a different look. And if we look on the back, you can see that a little bit better. The inking has just been done in the corners and there a bit more clearly, maybe, if my camera will focus. Those roller pens that I got from Temu just to roll over. Another little Easter rabbit. This is also a napkin again. There we go. I have put on the circles, however. The napkin was more or less just the ground and the rabbit and the daffodil. I've put the circles on. I've done some inking. I've done some highlighting. Again with the Sharpie pen going around the black. Hello, are you coming back again? Come on then. And say hi. You coming? You coming? No, he's not coming. He will in a minute. He's gone again. I find with the napkins that you get some beautiful images, and if you're not very good at art yourself but you would like to have one of these, then napkins are the ideal thing to use. Because all you have to do then is go around them with a bit of black pen, a bit of highlighting, a bit of your own decoration. Again, I think I've used some like pencils just to highlight some different colours, just to make that little rabbit pop out. Like I said, I normally do 3 sections, but I totally forgot to do a 3rd section for Easter. So now we're on to summer. And this is the beautiful ladybird napkin. You're going to see a lot of this napkin, guys, because I'm absolutely obsessed with it at the minute. And I'm actually starting to make a full journal, maybe 2 journals with this particular design. So again, it's napkin that I've put on, and I've used the Sharpie pen, I've used pencils to bring out the colour, and of course highlighter pens. And it looks absolutely beautiful, again with the inking around the corner, different coloured inking around the corners, which you should see on the back. Now the back, you know when you get the napkin, it's like 2 or 3 ply, and you pull off the front layer to do that part with. The second layer with this particular napkin set looked like this, and I thought, wouldn't that be fantastic if we put that on the back of the tag, just to give it like a faded effect. So that's what I've done there. That's the actual second ply of a 3-ply napkin. And that's obviously the first ply. And that's the second ply. And it's given such a beautiful effect. And I've used this effect in other projects as well. Again, guys, you're going to be seeing a lot of that ladybird. You're going to get fed up of seeing it. Okie dokie. Over the last 2 bits. This is a journal I started this year. I covered it in wallpaper. It's like right thick wallpaper. I still haven't put any designs on it or anything because I'm absolutely stuck at what to do. If you guys have any ideas out there how or what I could design, put on designs or maybe fabric, I don't know. I'm just totally lost with it, guys. So I would love your help on what to do with that. Quick flick through because we've seen it all before. The fibromyalgia, the red, the 2 hands that came from Art Therapy with Sana, and snowdrops, the circles, another Art Therapy with Sana project. And of course, the last time I went into this journal was February, where I did my daffodils. So nothing else has happened in there yet. But, you know what I said? You're going to be fed up of seeing ladybirds. This is the actual napkin. Well, half of the napkin. It's beautiful. So there's your design, and on the back you get all these little black ladybugs as well. It's absolutely fun, beautiful napkin. So what I did was I bought a really cheap little book from, I think it was from Temu. Really cheap little book, just a few pages in it. And I thought, well, that's boring and bland. So yeah, I decoupaged it with the ladybird. I told you, you're going to get sick of seeing it. But what I did with this one, you can barely tell that it's decoupage, but it is. Get that right up to the camera, you can just see in there. Look, where it's been glued on. I've also... Focus. There we go. Gone round it again with the black Sharpie pen, the white highlighter pen. I've also used pencils in there to bring out the red in places, like on top of the ladybug here, and also in the hearts and that ladybug there. I put some more green onto the leaves. I've put red pen in those sections there, just to make it pop. Put them side by side, you can actually tell the difference. Okay, as you can see here, it's just like, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but to make it more arty and to give you an example of what you can do if you're not very good at drawing, you're not very good at painting, go out and find some beautiful napkins, decoupage them on to a surface, and then just go in with your pens, highlight the colours up and make it pop like that. So there we go, guys. That is an art journal catch up of everything I've been up to while I've not been able to craft journals very well. Yeah, I know my fingers are crap. My knuckles, my fingers are fat. They all ache. Blemmin' arthritis, guys. Don't get it. Anyway, that's it for now. There will be some more videos coming out shortly. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. Let me know your tips, tricks, ideas and comments down below the video there. Give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, guys, to let me know that you've enjoyed the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We have a new Facebook group that was born this week. The links again are in the description. Please go and join that, then you can show us and me your creations. And we'll be having some challenges coming up shortly too on the Facebook group, where you can also upload your pictures and projects. It's not just for art, guys. We've got photographs in there for food, we've got scenery, we've got wild animals, we've got all sorts over there. And if you want something added, then just let me know. So without further ado, I shall let you all go now. Thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you in another video. Take care, guys.